Hi guys, today we're going to be doing something really fun. We're going to be unboxing a mystery box from Odens Eye. They are coming out with mystery boxes for Easter and it's going to be available from the 17th until the 20th. So it's like a 3-day span. This video is actually sponsored by Odens Eye. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to unbox this, and since I already have most of the products that are going to be in this box, I'm going to pick the things from my collection that are in this box and we're going to just use them and create a look, because I want to have an excuse to play with my Odens Eye products because I absolutely love them. So even though I could have just made this a really easy video and done an unboxing and not done any try on, I want to do a try on because I just want to play with the products. So I think it's going to be super fun. They're going to have two different sizes boxes. One is going to be $45. It's going to have $90 worth of value in products, and the larger box is going to be $75 and have $170 at least worth of value in it. So I'm excited. I don't know what they've sent me. I don't know if this is a large one or if it's a small one. It feels heavy enough that it's probably the large one. So I think we're just going to go ahead and open this because I want to see what's in it. I know last year when they had these mystery boxes, so many of you guys ended up buying them and ended up loving them, and you tagged me in your photos, and a lot of the things in there are just amazing. I mean, everything from Odens Eye is amazing. I love them as a brand, so I already know that we're going to be having a lot of fun with these products. So let's go ahead and open it. I haven't even taken off. Oh, this doesn't even have tape on it. That is great because it makes it so much easier when you can just rip this thing off if you're strong enough. But look how cute this box is. It is adorable. I can't wait to see what's in this. So, ooh, this looks to be a lot of products, and they look to be very nicely packaged. I'm gonna kind of show you I don't know exactly what is in here, but it looks to be quite a bit. So we're gonna start on top here. Okay, so there looks to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 items. Let me kind of look at this again and see. Maybe this is actually a small box. Okay, so it says a $45 box will contain no less than 4 products with a total price of no less than $90. So this one has 5 products, so it's definitely the smaller box. Just something to keep in mind that this is what you're gonna get if you end up getting a small box from them. So first off here is a kind of brush cleaner. These are great. I'm actually happy to have another one of these because you can never have too many of these. This is just one of those things that you swirl your brush into. It's called a color switch, and it looks like this. It has a little sponge inside of it, and you just kind of, like I said, you swirl your brush in between switching colors, and it takes off like all the excess, and you don't have to clean your brush in between, which is great. Next up is a highlighter here, and this is, let me see, what is this? I'm excited to be able to give away these things. I'm probably going to give them to friends. I'm not going to do a giveaway. Sorry, but I know a lot of people who are going to love these. So the highlighter in here is the Norn's Web of Destiny highlighter. So like I said, I already have these highlighters, so I'm not going to open the new ones. I'm going to grab the ones from my collection when we get to the try-on part. But right now, I'm just going to take all of the things out of here and kind of show you what is inside. Next up is, let's see, we have one of the matte lip stains, and this is in the shade Dry Dates. Again, not going to take this out of the packaging. I'm going to pull it out when I get to it. That's probably the color that I've used the least because it is the darkest color in the range, and I don't really go for dark lip colors, so that'll be fun. And there's also one of the bullet lipsticks, which I love these. These are like my absolute favorites, and this is in the shade, can I find a shade of this? Light Peach. I love this one. Can't wait to pull this out as well. This is probably the one that I'm going to actually wear when I'm doing a look. And then the palette that is in this box is, let's take it out and see. It looks to be the Elva eyeshadow palette, which I already have this, and this is quite a neutral palette, so we're going to be doing, I guess, more of a neutral look today. I was kind of hoping it would be one of the more colorful ones, but hey, that's what happens when you get a mystery box. You never know what you're going to get. So we're going to be using this palette today. And honestly, I haven't used this palette very much just because of the color story. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and grab all of the things that are in the box, and we're going to go ahead and just play with them. Also, I forgot to say at the beginning of the video, but you can use codes on these boxes if you want to save some money. I do have a code with them. It's just Annette, and it will save you 10% off. It is affiliated, just so you know. But I'm going to use this blush because this is one of my favorites, and you can probably see just how much I've used this because the imprint is all gone. So this is in the shade Apricot Girl. This is one of their matte blushes. I thought that I would just use one of these since we're using Odens Eye products, and I absolutely love these blushes. So any excuse that I have to show you the things that I love, I am here for that. So this is such a beautiful color. Now, obviously, if you're going to buy the mystery boxes, I wouldn't recommend probably putting anything else into your order because you don't know what you're going to get, obviously, and the mystery boxes are good value on their own. So if you're someone who don't have a lot of things from Odens Eye, maybe you haven't even tried the brand, like this is a great way to just get a little bit of a sampling of their products because there's probably going to be a face product, a lip product, and a palette in each of the boxes, at least if my box is an indication of what is in the rest of them, which I'm guessing it will be. And I remember them being really good at kind of switching it up and not having the same things in all of the small boxes. Like, remember when Milk did their mystery boxes for like January and December? Like, all of the boxes contain the exact same products, and Odens Eye definitely does not do this, which is good, because then if you've seen this box, you know what you're gonna get, which is not really that exciting. So I'm gonna go ahead and use the highlighter. Now, I have heard a lot of people say that these highlighters do get hard pan pretty easily, and that is true. So I would say don't dig your fingers into these because they do hard pan. But the thing about these is that you can still use them. Like, the way to do this is you just have to kind of dig in and make sure that you pick some up on your brush. Like, see how that actually picked up quite a lot here on the side of my brush? You just have to be kind of rough with it and not use a super fluffy brush, because that way you're not going to be able to get a lot on the brush if it does somehow hard pan. But if it does hard pan, you can still use it. You just need to be a little bit rougher with it. So I think this is such a beautiful, it's like a duochrome pinky yellowy highlighter. I think it's stunning. It's kind of subtle, but sometimes I like that. It is a little bit glittery, so if you don't like glittery highlighters, you probably wouldn't like this, but I think this is really pretty. I'm gonna go ahead and put on this lipstick because it is so pretty. So this is in the shade Light Peach. Like I said, this is one of their matte lipsticks. I'm first gonna put on a lip liner though, because I'm just bad at applying bullet lipsticks. I actually would love it if Odens Eye came out with lip liners. That would be great, because I love when all the brands that I really like have like different things in their collection. I'm just gonna go ahead and put this on. And these lipsticks are so beautiful, so comfortable, so long lasting. Even though they are a matte lipstick, they just wear very well, and you don't really feel that drying feeling on the lips. I think that they are stunning. Like, I use these so often, and a lot of these lipsticks live in my bag. I feel like that says a lot. So I'm gonna go ahead and prime my eyes. We're gonna be using this palette. I don't know what I wanna do today, but I feel like it's not gonna be anything very complicated, just because the color story in the palette doesn't really blend itself to doing anything too complicated. So it's probably gonna be a pretty basic look, but sometimes that's fun to do as well. It doesn't always have to be like super out there and super complicated. Sometimes it's nice to just do something easy. So I'm gonna put a little bit of this primer in the inner corner of my eye as well, because I think I wanna do a pop of yellow in my inner corner, because there is a really pretty yellow in here. So I think I'm actually gonna start with this. So like I said, this is the Rephr palette, and this is one of their first palettes. I would say that they've definitely improved since this palette, and I feel like their newer palettes keep getting better and better and better. So this one isn't my absolute favorite, but I still think the quality is amazing. So I'm excited to use this again. I'm gonna take the yellow shade, and I'm just gonna kind of pack this right in the inner corner of my eye as sort of my inner corner highlight, if you will. And then we're gonna do probably some of these purple shades, if I had to guess, in my crease and the rest of my look here, and then maybe a pink shimmer on the lid. But see how beautiful and bright that yellow is? It's tough to find nice, good yellow matte shades, but I feel like they really nailed it with this one, because it's super nice and pigmented, and I love how not dark it is, but it's sort of a dark, warm yellow, and I think that this is just so pretty, especially for spring and summer. And I've definitely found myself gravitating more towards like lighter colors these days, because it's really starting to heat up here in Vegas, and summer is literally around the corner. Like, we had 90 degrees a few days ago, which is insane, and like, I'm not ready for that, but you know, gotta mentally prepare myself, because there's gonna be probably 3 months of that kind of weather coming up, and that's not exciting, but that's the reality of living in the desert. So I'm gonna, let's see, what do I want to do? I definitely want to use, I think, this shimmer on the lid, because this one is so pretty. And so I just want to do like a pretty basic crease. I'm gonna start with, probably gonna start with this one in my crease. Maybe, no, actually, maybe I'll do this one in my crease and then deepen it up with the darkest matte in here. So this is the shade called Lotus. And I'm just gonna do a very basic eyeshadow look here. I'm just gonna do a crease color and a deepening color and a lid shade and call it a day, because I feel like with this palette, you don't really need to do anything fancy, because the color story in itself is like very straightforward. It's like, here are the looks you can do, enjoy, you know, like you don't really have to think about it, which sometimes it's nice to not have to think about it too much. I'm gonna take this shade underneath my eye as well. Just winging this out a little bit. I might do a couple of dots or something fun, because listen, I can't help myself. If I'm gonna do a very basic eyeshadow look, I do like to just add something to it, but we'll see when the look is done. But this is performing very nicely as expected, even though this is quite a old palette, it's nice to see that, you know, the quality is still there. And even though I've had this for probably close to 3 years now, I don't notice any difference in the quality of it, which is nice because it's, like I said, it's not the palette that I've used the most from them, and it's probably been a year, honestly, since I've used this last time. So it's always nice to go back to older palettes and see that they still perform well. So this is obviously quite a subtle shade, and I need a little bit more drama. So we're going to go into the shade called Peony, which is the darkest matte in the palette, and I'm just going to use that to mostly deepen up the outer corner. I don't think I want to deepen it up all the way through, but at least I want some depth just on the outer portion here. I actually think that this is all I want to do with the mattes. I don't think I want to really do anything else because I do want the shimmer to be the star of the show. I am, of course, going to put on some glitter primer before I do these shimmers because I just like using glitter primer with all shimmers because it just really makes them pop. And especially if you have sort of a glittery formula, it really makes that sparkle come out, and I love that. Just kind of tapping this all over my lid where I want my shimmer to go. And like I said, I want to use the pink shimmer because it is so pretty. This is a shade called Dahlia. So I'm going to take that on the sticky side of my brush here, like I always do, and it's so pretty. I'm just gonna slap this basically all over my lid here. Not gonna do anything crazy with this, like I said. Just want this to be a pretty basic look. I feel like this is really pretty and a very springtime appropriate look, and it doesn't clash too much with my outfit. Maybe a little bit. It's not the perfect match, but what are you gonna do? Like, I really didn't know what to expect when I got dressed this morning because obviously I hadn't opened the box, so I was like, I'll just put on something that I want to wear and hopefully whatever is in the box is going to match it. And this isn't too bad. I don't feel like I have to change after this. So do I want to do anything else? Like I said, I really just want this to be a super simple look. I might do maybe like some yellow in my waterline and some kind of a blue or purple eyeliner to go with this. Maybe that's what I'll do. So I think I'm just gonna go ahead and finish off. Like literally this is all I want to do. I might also pop a highlighter like over the top of that yellow, but we'll see. I kind of like my inner corner highlight, so maybe I'll just keep it like this, but I'm gonna go ahead and finish off. And here is the final look. I didn't do anything too crazy to finish off. I did do some kind of subtle purple eyeliner, and I did 2 little rhinestones in the inner corner because I couldn't help myself. I just needed a little bit of something extra, a little bit of sparkle, and I really like how this turned out. It's quite subtle for what I usually go for, but it was super quick and super easy, and I love the pop of yellow in the inner corner. I feel like that really makes it interesting, and then with a pop of little rhinestones as well. I really like it. So don't forget to check out their mystery boxes if this is something that you are interested in. Thank you, Odens Eye, for sponsoring this video. As always, I love working with you guys. I love your products, and I hope that you guys love them as much as I do. If you want to see some more Odens Eye content, I will leave my Odens Eye playlist on the screen so you can go check out all of the videos that I've made with the brand because I have a ton. And if you're new, don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.